Hello and welcome to the BernCo Beat, your one-stop shop for news, information, and events happening in and around Bernalillo County. I'm Melissa Smith. As the caseload at probate court continues to expand, the department has taken proactive steps to handle each case while continuing to provide great customer service. Judge Cristy Carbón-Gaul is our guest today. Welcome, Judge.
Thank you for having me.
What's behind the steady growth of cases in probate?
I would say that there's a couple of factors. I think that during COVID, when things were not as easily accessible, just based on lockdown, I think people might have put off filing for probates during that time period if they lost a loved one. There's a 3-year statute of limitations for probates, but there's some wiggle room there. So you really do have some time to file a probate, and I think some of those are now being filed. I also think that what we're going to be expecting over the next couple of decades is we have an aging population. So any areas of law that are going to be dealing with seniors or the elder community, like probate, estate planning, guardianships, and conservatorships, are all going to increase. And we're definitely seeing that in the probate court here in Bernalillo County.
Okay. So describe some of the changes you've made to meet customers' needs.
So one of the biggest changes that we've had is that we're almost fully staffed. Our last position has been filled and they start soon. And that is something, I've been the probate judge I'm in my 2nd term and I'm in my 5th year. And we actually have not been fully staffed the entire time I've been the judge. So one of the things that is happening to meet that need is that now that we're fully staffed, we know that we have the ability to provide the customer service that we want to give. Another thing that we've done is, over the last couple of years, updated our website that I think is in a way that's very helpful. The documents that you need and instructions are on the BernCo website for the probate court for filing a probate with a will or without a will, and you can literally print that off at home and do those things at home. We allow people to file the pleadings by email. Original wills always have to be brought to the court, but if you have a situation where there's not a will involved, people can do all of that via email and communicate with my staff in that way, which just makes it more efficient. And then we also have one of our staff people staffs the desk on the 2nd floor before the probate court, and that allows us to deal with some of those first questions that people have before they even start the probate process. And I do think that that's providing a one-stop shop that's making it a little more efficient and allowing people to get the information they need and then come back with a completed probate packet.
Wow, sounds like great steps. So what type of feedback are you getting?
Well, one thing that I have heard about the probate court since the beginning, and so it's not just my tenure, but the previous judges in Bernalillo County and the staff, is that we provide great customer service. When you file in the probate court, these are administrative cases, so we don't have hearings and we don't take evidence. So if the package is completed, we can turn that around in like 72 hours. One of the pieces of feedback we get is somebody has an emergency, a family member dies, they come into the state because they might be out-of-towners. We just did one today. They're in from Las Cruces. We processed the paperwork. They were able to do what they needed to do in Albuquerque while they were here, and then they're able to go back home and grieve and then deal with some of these other less emergent things in their own time. So I get that feedback frequently. I just have a great staff. And so I will personally get emails from constituents that will say, this is a really tough time and your staff made it, as easy as it possibly could.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining the BernCo Beat. We'll see you next time.